If your back feels stiff or your hips feel locked, this 5-minute mobility routine is exactly what you need. It's for anyone looking to loosen up the spine and wake up their lower body with flowing, gentle movements. Perfect for mornings when you need a little extra TLC. No fancy equipment is needed, just your mat and an open space. We'll guide your body from stiffness to freedom with movements designed to enhance flexibility and fluidity. Most people skip this essential self-care, but not you. You're here, and I promise by the end of this routine, you'll feel taller, looser, and more aligned. Let's hit the mat. We'll begin with the flowing sequence to gently wake up the spine and hips. Start in child's pose with your knees wide, big toes touching, and arms stretched forward. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, glide forward into cobra stretch. Lowering your hips to the mat, lifting your chest, and letting your shoulders melt away from your ears. Inhale as you glide back into child's pose. Repeat this flow for 1 minute. This dynamic movement loosens the lower back, opens the chest, and gently stretches the hips, setting a relaxed yet energized tone for your day. Beginners can keep their hips slightly lifted in cobra. Advanced movers can hold each pose a little longer for a deeper stretch. Let's move into kneeling hip sit-ups to strengthen and stretch those hips. Time to target the hips and wake up those flexors with controlled strengthening movements. Kneel on your mat with your knees hip-width apart and your hands resting on your thighs. Inhale as you engage your core. Lift your chest and press your hips forward. Exhale as you sit back onto your heels, keeping your movement smooth and intentional. Repeat for 1 minute. This stretch strengthens the hip flexors while improving their mobility, making it ideal for reducing stiffness and boosting overall hip health. For beginners, place a cushion under your knees for comfort. Advanced participants can hold a deeper forward tilt for added engagement. Now, let's add some circular motion with semi-hula hoops to improve hip mobility. Let's add a playful twist to loosen up the hips and lower back into semi-hula hoops. From a kneeling position, place your hands on your hips and begin moving your hips in a half circle motion from left to right, as if drawing a U shape with your pelvis. Keep the movement controlled and fluid. Switch directions halfway through the minute. This gentle movement opens up the hips, eases tension in the lower back, and promotes fluidity in your spine. Beginners can reduce the range of motion. Advanced participants can add a slight forward lean for a deeper stretch in the hips. Ready to go full circle? Let's expand the motion into full hula hoops. It's time to bring energy and flow with full hula hoops. Standing or kneeling, start circling your hips in a full smooth rotation. Move clockwise for 30 seconds, then switch to counterclockwise. Keep your upper body relaxed as your hips do the work. This motion releases tension in the hips and spine, while boosting circulation and coordination. It's also a great way to wake up the body with a fun, fluid movement. Beginners can make smaller circles. Advanced participants can add more speed or depth to the motion. Let's finish strong with a seated stretch to align and release the hips. Let's align those hips and release tension with seated internal hip rotations. Sit tall on your mat with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Drop your right knee toward your left foot, feeling the rotation in your hips. Return to center and drop your left knee toward your right foot. Continue alternating for 1 minute, keeping your movement smooth and controlled. This stretch loosens the hips, aligns the lower body, and improves rotational flexibility, perfect for releasing built-up tension. Beginners can lean back slightly for support. Advanced participants can focus on keeping their spine tall throughout the motion. Slowly bring your knees together and take a deep breath to soak in all the benefits. Fantastic work, fam. You've unlocked your spine, mobilized your hips, and set the tone for a balanced, energized day. You've already won the day just by showing up. And don't forget, there's a special gift waiting for you in the description to help you level up your journey. Go check it out and don't miss it. Stay strong, flexible, and powerful. I'll see you in the next session. Let's go.